Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you the best security tips and tricks for Samsung Galaxy A36. Let's begin. In order to improve our security, first we need to go to the settings. In the settings, scroll down just a little bit, and then you want to head to security and privacy. In security and privacy, we should see a nice check marks, but if you don't see the check marks, then this means that your phone is somehow left without a defense on one of its sides. Currently we have few things that are currently not turned on. We do not have a screen lock, we don't have SAMSUNG account, though we are logged in, so we'll look into that. And last, we haven't enabled our app protection. So let's go for everything one by one, starting with the screen lock. We can change the screen lock if we go here to screen lock and biometrics, or we can manually go by going to the main settings site, and then above security and privacy we should see our lock screen and AOD. So let's go there, and as you can see currently it is set to swipe, so this means that if we go to our lock screen, then there is no password, and all we have to do is just swipe and we have access to our phone, which is not good. This means that anyone, and by anyone I mean anyone, can access your phone, your data, your application, everything. So instead we want to go to the settings and set to something else. We have few options to choose from. I'm going to go for probably the pin or the pattern. It depends on what you like more. The password takes the longest time to type in, however it is the safest option. I will go with the pin maybe. So as you can see, at least 6 digits are recommended, so we can press this, but as you can see we can just scrap through with only 4, and now you will get a warning that this pin is incredibly easy to guess. Which is true, I agree, it is incredibly easy to guess, but for the purpose of this video I will leave it as something simple. Remember that if you are setting your pin lock, you have to set it to something more harder to guess than 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hit use anyway. Now we have to input it again in order to confirm it. And our lock screen is almost done. We can also configure the lock screen notifications and how they will look. Currently they are set to icons and we can see the content of them. I will leave this as is, since it is not really a video about lock screen notifications, is it? So let's hit done, and if we go back to our lock screen now, we will see that we still do have our lock screen, but whenever we swipe we now need to input a pin in order to use our phone. So let's input our pin, let's hit OK, and now we are inside Samsung. So we can go back to the settings, we can go back to our security and privacy, and we'll see that we have a nice check mark. Now let's go next. We have account security. We can click on it and see what it's about. So currently we don't have any recommended actions about our Google account, but we do have some about our Samsung account. I will quickly take a glance because it might be that we have a recent account activity. This is because I logged into this phone and one other, so we could click on it and we can basically unclick all of these pins, and hopefully we don't give any crap about it. And so we do have only one last check mark, but still we'll go through each setting one by one. Then we have lost device protection. Lost device protection is incredibly important because you never know where you lose your phone or when. So having this enabled doesn't really cost you anything. I mean, it costs you sending last location, which is still worth it if you know you will lose your phone. But unless you have it disabled, then you should be able to find it without any issue. If you want to know how to locate your lost phone, we do have a tutorial on that. on our channel, so go click on it. Anyway, we want to make sure that these are enabled. You can also enable offline finding if you want to, but yeah, I will enable it. Let's turn it on, and now our offline finding is on, so we can, so our device can be found even easier. Anyway, we can now leave it, and we can go to theft protection. Theft protection is also incredibly cool, and basically allows you to protect your phone and your device from any kind of theft that might happen. Once again, you will never know when it happens, or where, or how, so it's important to just have it enabled in the background. The very first option is identity check. It is really cool, and I would advise you to enable it, though we do not have any biometrics added, so we can't really do that. As you can see, we don't really have any fingerprints, and we don't have safe space, so we just don't do that now. But if you want to know how to add fingerprints into your device, we do have tutorials on our channel about exactly this topic. Then we have things about screen locking. The very first one is theft detection lock. It is working incredibly easy. Basically, it will detect if somebody is... Oh, I wanted to check a very application, but I guess I can't. That if our device is randomly taken from us and it's running, the thief is running, then it should automatically turn off your screen. So if the thief catches you and snatches your phone while it is enabled, while your screen is turned on, then your screen should be able to automatically turn off, which is also incredibly useful and incredibly convenient. So we will keep that in mind. And now we have offline device lock. This basically works somehow similarly. It will basically lock it and make so that your screen is locked. Once again, if you do want, you can enable this. I will enable it just to be extra sure. And lastly, we have remote lock. Remote lock is pretty cool. It basically allows us to lock our device remotely whenever it gets lost or stolen. So we can hit use remote lock. But as you can see, it won't work if we don't have any SIM card or eSIM enabled, which is unfortunate, but yeah. So I will disable it for now. But just keep in mind that you have this incredibly important and really handy setting. Now going down and through the last option we have is app security. So we can see that Google Play Protect is indeed turned on, but app protection isn't. So let's go to app protection. We want to simply turn it on, turn on. And now we can also scan our phone. It is incredibly important to just do it from time to time. So I will run a quick scan every single application on our device. Obviously, if you have a lot of application, a lot of more files, images, whatever, then the scanning process will take longer, but it is really worth it to do it just from time to time, as I said before. So now our phone is almost done scanning. We shouldn't really get any warning about viruses, I hope so. But yeah, no threats are detected, luckily. So now we can leave it, and as you can see, everything now looks good. There is also one last setting I want to show you. It is by scrolling. It can be accessed by scrolling down, and then we can go to more security settings. In more security settings, we can configure many useful information such as securing Wi-Fi, enhanced data protection and all of that, and also your password or passkeys, every single important application. And we can also have the ability to install unknown application, so it can be found right here. So if you need to enable this for some reason, the setting can be accessed right here. In the security and privacy, more security settings, install unknown apps. And lastly, I want to show you the secure folder. secure folder is a very easy thing to use. It does basically make it so you can hide some applications or some images, some everything behind additional password on your phone, excluding the password from the lock screen. So it is incredibly useful. If you are wondering how to use it exactly or how to configure it, we have a whole tutorial on that. It's called I believe how to lock applications and hide photos or something like that. So if you are interested in that, you can check that out. Anyway, the last thing, this is last and probably most important thing to do in order to make sure that your phone is secure and you are secure, is to just go to the settings, scroll all the way down, go to software update, and just check when was your last update. As you can see, we did it recently. Though still we can go and click download and install, and by doing that we have information that our phone will basically check if our software is up to date or not. If it's not, then we should update our phone immediately, since they do provide a very important security patches and software patches and all of that. And probably this is the best thing you can do from time to time just to improve your security. You could probably ignore everything else, maybe except the lock screen part, but keeping your phone up to date is incredibly important, and I just cannot stress it enough. Anyway, if you have some more security settings or tips that you want to show us, you can share them in the comments down below. But yeah, that's all for this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.